Right. You might think that trains are just another childhood obsession, something that one grows out of as they get older. But what happens when you take an obsession and turn it into a career? This week on My Job, we meet Gilbert Oyungo, a locomotive driver for the Kenya Railways who has done just that.
The modern standard gauge railway is only as good as the people who run it. And look no further than Gilbert Oyungo, who has perfected the art of locomotive driving. Not only does Gilbert drive a freight train to and from Nairobi to Mombasa, but with over 10 years of experience in this industry, he also knows the ins and outs and nuts and bolts of the train.
I would say all along, that has been my career. So I started in 2003 up to 2006. That's the basic training in locomotive driving. That was with the old locomotive, old railway, that is the meter gauge railway. So after 2006, when I finished the RTI college, we went to the field. So after assessment, I was allowed to drive the locomotive.
Gilbert has held a variety of positions in the locomotive industry, starting first with a job working on the old meter gauge railway. But with the launch of the SGR, he had to go back for more training to learn how to operate it. However, one might ask, what exactly does a day in the life of a locomotive driver look like? First, it starts with ensuring sobriety by taking an alcohol test, and then an array of checks and assessments before being able to board the train.
Then you are given the document, the running document. That's where you, together with the assistant driver, you go through them, you check that everything is okay. Then you are given the AC card, you are given the keys, the relevant documents, the train, you insert the details. Again, you counter check with your assistant driver. After that, you do now the locomotive checking.
Gilbert explains that his job entails knowing the engineering and wiring of the train so that in case any mechanical hitches happen while en route, he can quickly identify and resolve the issue.
Before you move, you have to again check and counter check with your assistant driver that every data that you've entered is correct.
Confirm safety.
You confirm safety. You hoot. Then you wait. If anybody's underneath, he will move. Then you physically check. You check if there's somebody.
Back attention.
Back attention.
Then you confirm your safety.
Back, okay.
Gilbert's working days consist of transporting cargo back and forth from Nairobi to Mombasa, a trip that takes about 6 hours to complete one way. But years into this job, one thing remains a constant favorite of his.
My favorite thing is that when I get to the cabin and I get to my destination on time and safely, I enjoy it most.
And to those pursuing a career in the locomotive industry, Gilbert has a tip or two.
The machine can be very good, but the person operating machine, if you are not good enough, you won't operate it. For example, driving a passenger train, you're carrying human life, so you need to be very careful and very alert. So that's what I'd like to say, that it's a very exciting job. Anybody who's willing to join, welcome.
Since its launch, the Standard Gauge Railway, a pet project by President Uhuru Kenyatta's government, has eased the movement of goods, services, and people, notwithstanding criticism in those finding fault in its viability and sustainability. And now you finally know the brains behind the console. Locomotive driving is a job that requires skill, experience, and agility, but it's a career that's rewarding and can take you all over the world. Melanie Kibunja, NTV Nairobi.